It's Tuesday evening, it's Weather for Weather Geeks time. We have a lot of good news in the extended forecast. In the meantime, it's a bit of a roller coaster ride over the next couple of days. All the details on the short and long range coming up in this video. Just at first, a reminder, I put a blog post up last evening on ericwfmj.com recapping the winter season, kind of reviewing how the winter forecast went this year, and also a general forecast for the month of March and for the spring season, including the potential for a pretty active severe weather season this year. So check that out at ericwfmj.com. You can also watch all the archived editions of Weather for Weather Geeks on my weather blog, ericwfmj.com. All right, today is the anniversary of a very early season severe weather episode on this date back in 2012, 9 years ago. Not here locally, but in southwest Ohio, close to Cincinnati, and down into southern Indiana, Kentucky. Lots of tornadic activity from the mid-Ohio River Valley down through the deep south. 132 tornado reports on this day back in 2012. This was a very early season event, especially this far to the north. Severe weather in early March is nothing unusual at all in Mississippi and Alabama, and even as far north as Tennessee. But once you get up into Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, March 2nd is pretty early. All right, nothing like that today. And in recent days, of course, the clouds have outnumbered the sunny hours that we've seen. This takes us back a couple of weeks. We've had some sun, of course, but a completely sunny, pristine day like we had today, not too many of those lately. And yeah, that's nothing unusual. We live in one of the cloudiest places in the country. Late in the fall through the winter season, our sunny days don't start outnumbering the cloudy days until later on in the spring, and of course into the summer. All right, it was a cold start this morning with a clear sky last night. Temperatures dropped into the mid-teens, wind chills dropped into the single digits, as expected. But then this afternoon we recovered at least above freezing. It was still about 4 degrees cooler than average, but 36 was the high locally today, closer to 40 in Akron and New Philly, and down towards Wheeling as well. All right, low-orbiting, high-res visible satellite picture from today. Notice the ice continues to go away on Lake Erie. It's melting pretty fast after peaking at around 86% ice coverage this season a couple of weeks ago. The ice is not long for this world, considering the pattern that is coming up. Also of note, on our visible satellite today, we had those lake effect snow showers yesterday, and that left a little trail of accumulating snow from Geauga County through parts of northern Trumbull County and over into Mercer County as well. Now, this satellite picture was taken late in the morning. By the afternoon, most of this was gone, with the exception of some north-facing yards. Most of the snow accumulation that occurred with the lake effect yesterday was long gone. That's a pretty strong early March sun, as strong now as it is very late September and early October. All right, temperatures at this hour nationally, not too much to write home about. Milder air is popping up, I should say, across the middle of the country. 61 right now in Omaha, 62 in Dallas. That warm front is coming east, and tomorrow, of course, a noticeably warmer day for us. Most of the action, precipitation-wise, is in the south, where it's just a lousy, cold, rainy day. In Birmingham and Columbus, Mississippi, and Atlanta, Georgia, and heading down into the panhandle of Florida as well. They can have it. All right, in the wake of our warm front tomorrow, we'll start with sunshine, and temperatures will blast off pretty quickly. We'll end up in the lower 50s before the afternoon's through. But also at the end of the afternoon into the evening, some clouds will start to filter in from the north as a cold front approaches. In the wake of this front, yeah, it'll be cold enough that maybe some lake effect flurries will try to get going late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Probably will not amount to much at all. But a pretty cloudy day Thursday, and as a result of the clouds and the colder air mass pushing in the wake of this front, it's going to be about 15 degrees colder on Thursday than it will be on Wednesday. The sky will then clear out late Thursday night. High pressure builds in for Friday, and we're expecting pretty benign, tranquil weather for Friday and the upcoming weekend. So yeah, 51 tomorrow, no higher than about 34 on Thursday. And again, maybe a couple of flurries around during the first half of the day. So the much anticipated pattern change is still on for next week. After a quiet weekend, but pretty chilly into Saturday, we'll get a little above average by Sunday. The bigger change comes next week as a big trough of low pressure plows into the west coast. It's going to be cold and stormy out west. But then downstream of that trough, yeah, ridge starts popping in the middle of the country. It starts coming east, and the warmest weather we've seen in quite some time, heading our way for the middle portions of next week, and I've got upper 50s in the forecast for Tuesday. Not going to be shocked if we see a 60 or better. Maybe as early as Tuesday, but almost certainly by Wednesday and Thursday, someone's going to see a 60-degree reading, or perhaps even higher. And again, that's air that we haven't seen since early in December. So pretty blood orange or even red on our 8 to 14 day outlook, showing it's pretty much a lock that next week will be warmer than the average for the second week of March. That'll do it for me tonight on Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday night.